This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you all very much for coming to Wahoo Willie's today. Oh, you know, it's not the perfect weather day, so you want to be inside enjoying a great breakfast and a cold beverage, and we appreciate you all coming out here today. We have just an award-winning show lined up for us. I will never, ever complain about the weather in Southwest Florida, no matter what happens. I'll never, well, I mean, maybe one thing that I'll complain about. Well, most things I won't complain about. Like today, I had the perfect day lined up. Like I got up at 4:30. I was on the bike by 5:30. I planned an hour and a half to get to the beach, which is only 20 miles. So it was a little cushion time for the wind.
Yeah, you were not doing like we were watching the Tour de France.
No, I'm not doing 35 miles an hour on the bike.
Those guys were going 37 miles an hour
That's
on those
crazy
little
speed.
tiny tire bikes.
Yeah. Can you imagine colliding with somebody and going down on a bike at 35 miles an hour? So and then we get
but
to
they only weigh 120 pounds.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
And then you get to, I got to the pickleball courts in plenty of time, and there were 6 of us waiting to play, and then the skies just unloaded, and there was rain everywhere. So, and the other thing is, I got these really, I don't know, we've had them for a while. You know, I bought these about a year ago, and I haven't really done anything with them, but now I'm a totally
something happened.
Meta glasses, where if I do this, all I need to do is press this button and I could take pictures of people. It's so creepy. It's like being in the CIA. It's like a spy thing now. So I can ride the bike with the glasses on.
It's like a flock camera.
Yeah, it's like
for
a
those
flock
of you in the Cape.
No, they have flock cameras here on the beach too.
Oh, do they? Well, they're not complaining about them here on the beach.
No, we'll stir that up if we can. There's not a lot going on. No, I think they have flock cameras at the base of the bridges, so they can read the license plates. But I love these glasses because you could go on Facebook Live and, you know, you can do recordings, you could take pictures, and then the glasses, they actually talk to you about how many people are watching your Facebook Live. They talk to you and they tell you if you click the button, they'll read you the comments. That's how crazy this
I don't know
technology
why you didn't
has
get
gotten.
the sunglasses.
I know I got girl
though.
glasses. I don't know. It's like I don't know why I got girl glasses. It's the brown color and the whole thing. So today's show, by the way, is sponsored by Michael Stewart, Tri-Town Construction, and Eagle Strike Roofing. And we'll tell you more about those fine sponsors as the show goes along. And right now we're going to invite our favorite bitchwork person to come up and talk to us about the Mullet Fest. We got a whole table.
Are there any children in here?
We have a whole table full of What's Up FNB people here before we get to the mayor. Mullet Fest is coming on, and Valerie just timed it perfectly where she drives right up to the front of the restaurant. And
good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Yes. Valerie was on
Glad you could make it.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Totally lipped up. Man, you are really bright with the lipstick today.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting to be on this early. It was going to wipe it off a little bit, but here we are.
It's totally
And I bet
bright.
you look as good in person as you do on the camera.
So she's putting something out there that doesn't make any sense if you didn't watch the Friday show.
You can just let it go.
No, I'm not going to let it go. So we go to the Friday show in Cape Coral, and Tom Shadrack is running for District 1, and his wife, Michelle Shadrack, is there. And
we're going to make a lot of enemies
No,
as
we're
if
not.
we don't already have some.
No. So Michelle is very outgoing. She's got no filter when she talks to people. And she comes up to Kim and she goes,
a nice
she's a nice person. She's a fan of the show. She comes to the show, and she comes up to Kim and she goes, you know, you're beautiful in person. Not so much on camera, though.
I mean, you know, she said the camera just doesn't like.
And so what do you say to a
that.
person that
And
says
so-
that to you? Like, it's like, oh, well, thank you. I think.
I just stood there for a minute and then she was like, restated it another way. And when someone's like, and I'm comfortable in my appearance, ugly or not. But I mean,
by the way, if you're watching anywhere on Facebook, she looks a lot better in person than she does on the camera right now.
And then she
you
looked
can't.
at
You
me
don't even have to address it now
well,
because
let me talk. And then I just didn't say anything, which I don't on this show either. And she goes, "Oh, are there any children in here?"
no children.
Yeah,
Children
there's
don't
one.
come to this show.
She goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Oh, I'm not trying to be a bitch."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, honesty over.
Yeah. No, they're very
It
nice
just,
people.
it was so funny.
Listen,
It
when
was
you go
so
to when you
funny.
go over that bridge, it's a whole different world. I mean,
Mhm.
from stealing campaign signs to people just being open like that, it's just crazy over there.
Yep.
So, did you see that Caitlin Clark scored 45 points? Did you know that?
I don't know who
She's
Caitlin
crazy
Clark
good.
is.
You don't know who she
She's a
is? She plays for the
basketball
Indiana
player.
Fever, for crying out loud. What's wrong with you?
Do what?
Never mind.
Okay.
So you're here for Mullet Fest, right?
I am.
Can you explain to everybody about the bitch work thing? Because I said
Yeah.
that and nobody really knows what's going on.
Oh, nobody knows what bitch work is?
Yes.
Okay. So it was a term that was introduced to me probably a month or so ago by another secretary of a title company. And it's just the computer work. You do the paperwork, you do the filing, you answer the calls.
like the grunt work.
Yeah, it's work that Dawn doesn't want to do, so she
And-
just gives it to you.
yeah, that's okay with me.
So we have a whole What's Up FMB table here, and Dawn is on her laptop for some reason on a Sunday morning.
Feverishly
What is she
working.
doing? What could she be working on? Is it Cars on Fifth that you're working on, or Cars off Fifth, or she's working on Mullet
I just
Fest?
have to ask, why is there a Maybelline mascara?
Oh,
on your
that's me.
table?
I wasn't expecting to come right on at 10 a.m.
How many
so I
times
was
did
gonna-
they tell you were coming
Well,
on at 10
pass
a.m.,
that to me
Valerie?
because obviously we know I need it.
Yes. Put some lipstick
And
on.
it's my favorite. Oh, this isn't lipstick. It's
What is
No,
that?
that's
It's
mascara.
mascara.
You going to
Yeah.
put it on
No,
the
you
show?
can't. You can't share.
Are we going to turn
that
this
kind
show
of
into some
stuff.
kind of fashion
you
show?
Can't, you
All right,
can't share
so
makeup.
what's going on with Mullet Fest?
So we're here to talk about raffles today. Dawn was kind enough to give me the information, so I have this whole paragraph of information.
That you're going to read off your phone? You don't have
uh,
it memorized?
I
We don't.
did
She
Come
just
on,
got
Valerie.
it. She
You
just
guys.
got it.
I was.
Did you
not-
just get up, Valerie?
I actually no. I've been up for a while. I live over in Cape, and there was a lot of thunderstorms that woke me up.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
Let her.
Okay,
her
go
do
ahead.
the thing
Okay.
for-
Okay. So for raffles are $5 a ticket, or you can get 6 for $20. Raffles, you can purchase them at any of the 12 locations that are going to be stops. They're going to be raffle items like Margaritaville items, Pink Shell, Diamond Head pool passes, restaurants, shops, excursion gift cards, you name it. We have a lot of members who can offer a bunch of different perks to everybody. So, and our members are very active, so they want to participate and give you guys those pool passes. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Even a completed island charm crawl bag will be one of the things that you can win.
And those are a big hit.
Those are a big
those are,
hit.
yes.
Those have been so fun. I just
Yeah.
want to talk about those for a second. Like,
Sure.
as someone who's in the real estate industry, it's July. We're on Fort Myers Beach. Things are slow, but it's been nice to have people coming into the office and just kind of. It's more alive than it would have ever been if we didn't have this charm crawl. So we really appreciate it. And I'm having fun too. I already have Wahoo Willies actually.
Do you?
Yeah, we got some chicken kebabs here. So we
And
just
they're super good.
they were so good. It was like maybe 3-4 kebabs. Couldn't tell you, but it was a great time. So love the charm crawl. You can win a completed charm crawl bag. Dawn says whale return of a legend jean jackets. Okay. So that'll also be something you can win. Sun and Fun sport rental golf carts. What is that?
all right. Well, I'm messing around with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bunch of stuff though: fishing charters, parasailing, 2 nights at Diamond Head, you name it. It's going to be something that you can win. So purchase your $5 ticket, or you can get 6 of them for $20.
And when is Mullet Fest again?
July 25th.
Next Saturday.
Wow, it's
Right?
coming
Yeah.
right up.
All right. Did
And
you?
are you tossing mullets? this time?
There have been discussions of maybe one mullet being tossed, but it's not going to be
Just
right?
one mullet from place to place. You're
Well,
gonna.
not from. Okay, Diamond Head will have mullets.
Do you want to come up and explain the mullet?
Yeah, they're
Frozen
frozen.
mullets.
Yeah.
So you
Frozen
don't have to
mullets,
worry
okay.
about it so much this year.
Anything else about Mullet Fest that you want to share? You came all the way from Cape Coral to
did.
talk about Mullet Fest.
Well,
so
I came all the way from Cape Coral to come to Wahoo Willie's and to hang out with my people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Anything else about Mullet Fest?
how did,
Oh yeah, we got t-shirts.
yeah.
Come
show them off.
Oh yeah, come show off your t-shirt.
Yeah,
So this
those
is
are
Beth,
cool.
our treasurer, and this is our little t-shirt.
Can you turn the camera that way a little bit, Marie? Yeah, we need to have pictures
So you
of
got
that.
all the different stops that we
Perfect,
have.
perfect.
Diamond
I'm out
Head,
of
La
the-
Di Da, License to Chill, Blue Parrot, you name it.
Are those
it's on there.
T-shirts available now?
You get these when you pick up your packet.
All right, pick up your packet. So you have to buy a ticket, and then you get the T-shirt with the packet. And I'm
Kind
sorry,
of like a race. You get
how much are the packets
t-shirt.
again? How much are the tickets again?
30. Yeah.
And you get them at Diamond
Yeah.
Head, right?
You'll that's where the packet pickup is.
Okay.
You can go online and pre-order.
All right, pre-order
All right.
Just
online.
like a 5K.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
pay, you
if
get a
we have
shirt.
anything left over, they'll
if
be
I
for
was
sale.
if I was given
Okay.
a free T-shirt, I would have wore it on the show today. So,
Oh boy!
but I'll pay for
there you
one. I don't
go.
have any problem paying for one. So,
Yeah, you go online. and you
okay, I got
do
you.
that QR
I got
code.
you. Do the QR code. All right. So Mullet Fest is next Saturday.
Yeah.
So you came all the way over from Cape Coral. I
I
want to make
did.
sure you get your fill there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Dawn, is there anything else we want to mention about Mullet Fest while we're here?
She's not paying attention to you.
Is there anything else?
Wings
Well,
on the
oh
beach?
yeah, so we have a new event that we're hosting called Wings on the Beach. It's super exciting. 3 wings per stop. I think it's like how many stops? Something like I want to say maybe 12
Not really
stops
quite
or
sure
so.
why they sent you over from Cape Coral and you're sitting in the chair and you're asking Dawn what to tell you to say. Is there something going on here? Like, are you running for election or something? or
not yet.
Okay. you should run for mayor of Cape Coral. There's only 8 people running. I mean,
And
what-
didn't you say there's already a girl with pink hair who's
there is a girl with
Yeah.
pink
Yeah, I'd
hair.
have to
She's a
compete against
Democrat,
her
so
for
she has no
sure.
chance of winning. But that, so I
No,
mean,
I
I'm just
mean,
being
you got a
honest
point,
with you. I
yeah.
just, that's the way Florida is. So
yeah.
I'm really.
You're so mean to her.
Anything else? What are you going to do the rest of the day?
Today, the rest of the day.
Where's your husband, by the way?
I
Oh,
have
is he?
my
there he-
fiance?
Your fiance? Oh, sorry. That's
He's-
right.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hi, baby. He had to go park the car. I
Yeah.
thought there was going to be somebody on first, so we weren't totally ready to go right on at 10. But
You pulled it out though. You
Yes.
swooped in and
Thank
did a great
you.
job.
Yes.
Thank you.
By the way, she's engaged to be married, but the wedding isn't for another 5 years.
3.
3 years. So,
3
If
years.
that, honestly.
and she's got a giant rock on her finger. And by the way, did we talk about how much that
I
cost?
thought we said we weren't going.
I know
to.
we're not going to go in the weeds like we did last time. But how much was that? How much was that?
He's learning.
How much was that
He
ring?
Is he?
listens a
Is
little
he?
bit.
Yeah. Was
It's
that
impressive.
if you were
None
to
of your
take
business.
a guess of that ring, how much you think it would
I
have cost?
actually don't know. I did a little bit of Googling. Over $1,000.
Mhm. Is that a? The people are laughing. I have no idea where they're laughing. Is it a lot more than 1,000?
Yeah.
You think it was 5,000? Was it
Yeah.
5,000? Wow, 5,000. Less than 5, but more than 1.
Whatever
we've
it
done
was,
one.
it's my dream ring.
Yes.
I mean, this
I have a
is-
feeling that you picked it out, though, Valerie.
Oh, every detail.
yes. So you
Yeah.
know exactly how much it costs, Valerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I told him this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want.
And
then
that's
I
what
left
you
it up,
got.
I left it up to him.
What were
to
the
find
other
it.
things that you wanted?
I like that it was titanium prongs.
Yes, of course.
No,
I love the titanium
sorry,
prongs.
platinum
Yeah.
prongs. I only wanted 5 prongs, and I
5.
wanted a gold comfort fit
Yes,
band.
I love the comfort fit, but why only 5
That's
prongs?
a girl who knows what she wants.
Why I like the 4 prongs better than the 5. Why did you go with 5?
No, the options were 6 or 5.
I see, 6
yeah,
or 5.
so I wanted the less prongs.
How do you
All
like
right.
it?
All right. Well, thank you, Valerie, for coming on.
Of
Thank
course.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
guys for
Thank you.
having me.
Have a nice
and we'll
wedding.
see you guys at Mullet Fest. Register online and get your tickets. WhatsAppfmb.com.
Valerie, where is the wedding going to be? Oh, that's right. You're going away
We're
to
not really
Vegas.
sure.
You're going to Vegas,
Destination wedding, not
Yeah.
Vegas, but
Oh.
maybe like Colorado.
Colorado. Okay.
Yeah.
Small wedding, just
Yeah,
you and
small
a
wedding.
witness, right?
Mhm.
Is there somebody that's going to marry you that you know? Like, because Dan can marry. I've seen Dan marry people before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's good at
Do you
it.
like
Maybe
Colorado?
he'll fly to Colorado. He doesn't
Okay.
need a
He loves-
passport to go to Colorado. I don't get to say much, so I
Good
have
one.
to really make it count.
Good one. All right. Well, thank you, Valerie, and
Thank
you have a nice
guys.
day and
Yeah,
enjoy
you
your
too.
wedding. If we
Don't
don't see,
forget Mullet Fest.
if we don't see you in the next
Thank
3
you.
years, have a nice wedding. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, the real reason you're here is not for us. It's for this guy, the future president of Venezuela or Cuba. We don't really know yet. Well, now I'm not really sure he
No,
can
he
get
can't
there.
get in. So
The mayor of Fort Myers Beach, Dan Allers.
Well, I guess why stop at one, right? I mean,
That's not going to fit your. Oh, they do fit your big head. Wow, they do.
yeah.
Damn, they do look like girl glasses. Holy crap! I got to get dude glasses. I'll give you those, dear, for your. Don't they look like girl glasses? Get
I
them
don't
off,
know.
man. They look creepy. So
That's
before
what
look
people
creepy.
think when you are
before we
wearing
get
them.
to the passport problem, you had
Yeah.
a situation that you almost weren't here today.
Yeah, talking about the weather. So this morning I had to take a cart over to Sanibel. So I got to Buttonwood. Everybody knows Buttonwood. I got over this morning to grab it, and it's sunny. Everything's great. It's about 7:05, 7:10 this morning, and I could see over at Sanibel. It's really dark. So I close the back door. I'm on the loading dock. I get on the cart, and when you see that flash and you hear it instantly, out of the corner of my eye, lightning hit. It had to be within 100 or 200 yards of me, because I mean my ears are still ringing. It
I
hit
bet.
that.
Wow.
It hit that close. So I had that moment, like, do I just go back inside? I can't be late to a
Is this a
delivery. I got,
sign?
so I'm like, I'm going through my mind, like, if I get melted trying to close this metal fence, Megan's never going to forgive me. So I'm like, what do I do? So I just quickly got it on the trailer, got it strapped, got out of there. But it's just a reminder that, I mean, it was sunny.
Yes.
People
Yes.
forget within 10 miles, you could still get struck by lightning. So that bolt, came out of a clear,
Yep.
sunny sky, and it
Wow.
hit somewhere on San Carlos Island really close. So I messaged Heidi, and I was like, holy crap. And maybe use a different word. I said, that was close. I mean, out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. I
Yeah.
felt it. My ears, like I said, are still ringing. And she goes, I knew it had to be close. She goes, I was out in back of my house having a cigarette in my chair. And she goes, thank God I went to the bathroom, because I almost peed myself. She was like,
Yeah.
she ran back in the house. She's like, she's like, you should have just left. You should have left the gate open. You try to finish.
No,
it
know-
up.
you got to be. I was out this morning on where I run. There's power lines on there, so it's all
Yeah.
open except power lines. And we have out in Gateway, they have an alarm for the lightning, and it's just like you said.
Oh,
Like you could hear thunder in the distance, but it's bright and sunny. But I'm like going slow, and I hear that alarm go off, and I'm out in the open. I'm telling you what, I probably did a 4-minute mile back to the house. I was
Well,
like,
you see when it's that close, you see the flash before you hear
Yes.
the boom.
Yeah.
yes,
It was.
And the lightning has been no joke
been
down here
rough.
lately.
It's been
It's been crazy. Of course, with what happened to that gentleman
Yeah.
a few weeks ago here on the beach, it's like
But it
now everybody.
happens-
I think everybody's well aware of the
Yes.
lightning. Like,
it
don't
happens
mess around with the lightning.
regularity. Like for me, once I hear that alarm go off, now I look at the dogs. I'm like, put a diaper on, because we're not going out. We're not going out.
We know we had, about a week or two ago we had a same type
I say
of
the
thing
same
going on.
thing to him, but
Yeah. We Tim, my business partner, was at the gym off island, and he calls me. He's like, and he's got a Jeep like Megan's. And it's got that top that rolls back. It's like a accordion type top. And he's like, Dan, do you think it's safe to drive in this? I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, it's lightning out. He goes, what if it comes through the top? I said, do you think the metal roof would save you if it was a
Right.
metal roof?
Right.
You're in your car, whether you have a soft top or a hard top, you're done. Well, I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, do another rep. Do another set.
yes,
Do
stay
some
and
sit-ups
work
for
out.
me, would you?
Right.
So Dan, you had an issue this past week where we
Yeah.
thought you were going on vacation.
Yeah.
Megan, how was your vacation, by the way? Did you have a nice vacation? Was it
Yeah.
good
I
with?
mean, after the rough start,
Was it good with or without
know,
Dan?
look
Would
what
it
you
would it have
started.
been better with Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made her go. She was. It was a whole thing. But
So Dan, what was the process of like the passport thing? Everybody's seen a picture of it.
yeah.
How many steps did you get through before you got to American Airlines?
So we uploaded it through American Airlines process. You can
Mhm.
upload by scanning your passport. So Megan did that the night before and checked us in that way. We went through security. And I've used this passport before in the exact same condition to go to the same destination and not had an issue. I was on a different airline, but so we went through security, TSA. I handed it to them. They didn't say a word. They scanned it, said, have a great trip. And we have TSA pre-check, and we could have gone through TSA pre-check, but we didn't because the line was actually shorter to go through the regular check.
Wow.
So we went through there was only 10 people in line. So we went through, everything was fine. We met up with our friends that were on a connecting flight. So we stopped and had a drink or two waiting for our flight at the gate. We walked up, and I think where I made the mistake was handing her the passport. Everybody else was just kind of just showing their passport, like opening it up, like, here's my passport. And I actually handed it to her. And as soon as she had it, she didn't even open it. She just said, no way, we can't. And then they got all these other people involved. And now our friends are already sitting on the plane. And it became clear that they were not going to let me go. And so Megan started getting upset. And believe it or not, Megan is the one that gets riled up more than I do. For me, my first thought was, I can't make a fool of myself in an airport. I'm not going to be on the nightly news going to jail, raising a stink about something, right? Oh, Megan was ready to go to jail. She was super upset. And so I had all my other credentials with me. And I understand. I know people out there say, well, you can't travel. I know, but I brought it with, thinking if I had an issue getting back in, at least I could prove. I mean, I have my passport card, I have my Richard Mayer, I have all this stuff that I could prove that I'm actually a resident of the United States or a citizen of the United States. And again, we were going to the Bahamas. It's not like we were going to Europe, or I mean, I could have gotten on a boat and gone over with the passport card. My bigger concern was that, how do you get into a secured portion of an airport and then they tell you that you can't go? How much does this happen? I mean, you're literally in a gate full of people with all these planes, and then they tell you can't fly. I understand it was a judgment call, and I'm not putting blame on the lady. She was just doing her job. And they were very nice. They got me on another flight the next day, told me to go to the Miami office to try to get my passport, an emergency passport, so I Ubered over there. And as soon as I walk up, they're like, our systems are down. We got to close down. So all these people in line had to be kicked out of line. Wow. So then they tell me I know it's a long story. I'm sorry, Ed, but so then they tell me, call this number to get an appointment as soon as you can. So after about 20 minutes on the phone with this lady who I could barely understand from the passport office, I had to say no less than 20 times, ma'am, I don't understand you. Can you please repeat it? And she did. She's very nice, very professional. And finally at the end, she's like, we've got you an appointment for 8:30. We understand. We're sorry this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, will I be able to get my passport tomorrow? Because I'm going to have to get a hotel room, stay over here in Miami, and then go to this appointment at 8:30. I need to know that I can make this now 2:45 flight to catch up with my wife. And she's like, she kind of chuckled. She goes, no, our systems are down today. There's no guarantees you're going to get your passport before Friday. So I had to make a decision. Either I tried to hopefully spend some more money to get a hotel room. So I decided, you know what, it's just not worth it, because Megan was coming back on Friday. We were scheduled to come back on Friday. So if I can't get it, I just wasted all this time and money. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to come back home and I'm going to have to deal with it. So we rode over. Someone gave us a ride over, so we didn't have a vehicle.
You didn't have a ride?
So I had to call an Uber. So another $250 later to get an Uber ride from Miami back to Fort Myers Beach. You
couldn't phone a friend?
I could have.
My God, you know a lot of people. Somebody would have driven over there to pick you up.
But then, then you're waiting 3 hours for them to come over.
You could have sat and had a beverage.
I looked at it this way. What I spent to get the Uber is probably way less than I was going to spend in the Bahamas for eating and drinking. Anyway. So it probably was a net positive for me. But no, it was an experience. And here's where the catch is. And I've read all the comments on your posts and other people's posts.
Because I don't have a passport and I never plan to get a passport, I had no idea that the reaction was going to be so negative from people that know about passports. I had no idea.
Well, and of course, I know you can't have a damaged passport. And yes, I probably should have gotten a renewal. The problem that I found out, and I just, obviously, I don't want to say being too busy and just not thinking about it. I had used the passport in its condition in the past and not had an issue. So I assumed everything would be okay.
Now, for people that didn't see the picture, what happened to the
passport? Our dog Axel got a hold of it and chewed the corner of it.
That was a corner.
But it didn't affect the picture. It didn't affect the chip. It didn't affect anything. It was just So, like I said, if I'd have just shown her the picture and held on to the passport, I probably would have been fine, but I didn't do that. Should I have gotten a new passport? Yes, I should have.
I bet you're getting one now.
Well, here's the problem. And I saw people saying, well, maybe it was within 6 months. So this is another passport problem that I think is a problem. So if you have a damaged passport, you can't renew it online. You can't go on and renew it. You have to physically go to an office and schedule an appointment and get another upload photo and do all this to get, if you lose it or it's damaged, unless it's within a year. If it's a year, under a year of renewal, then you can renew it online, which to me is ass backwards, because so my passport doesn't expire until August 18th or 17th of 2027. So I, of course, go online, try to renew it or say it's damaged, and they give me a big red thing saying, nope, you have to go to an office. You have to wait until August 19th to be able to file online to renew your passport. But I can't get a new one. You've got all my, it was just, it is what it is.
And it's so funny because as soon as Kevin Carnes saw your passport picture, he decided he was going to have a free Saturday where he can come and get your passport. It was almost like clockwork. That
I don't know
happened.
if that had anything to do with it, but I appreciate Kevin doing that, you know, and maybe that's where I'll go do it. But so I have tried to get a replacement, but you have to go in person. Well, if I'm going to go in person, I might as well wait a month and just get a whole renewal. Because now you get the 10 years again versus having to get just 1 year and then.
Oh, is that how long a passport is for?
Yeah,
10
it's for
years?
10 years.
The
So
thing why do people have to be so mean though? It's like, okay, it happened and I had no clue about it. So I was just doing it as a joke. And people were just mean to you,
negative.
man.
Yeah, I know.
And,
It's like, I'm an idiot. I didn't know I needed to renew it.
And most people like you. I mean, way more than people like me. And they were still mean to you. It was like, come on, just can you make your point without being a total jackass?
So here's where I have a problems with.
Striking. I'm getting away from
Here's where I have a problem with American Airlines. Not that they rejected me. She was just doing her job, and I totally get it. I didn't realize at the time that they could be fined, because first thing she said was, we could really get fined. And well, is this about you, or is it about travel? Is it about security? What is this about? Obviously, they could get fined. The airlines could get fined, because if you go over to a place and they don't let you back in, then they either have to fly you back. It can cost some money, the whole 9 yards. Where I had an issue is I'm like, well, obviously I want to be refunded for my flight. And they're like, so I call the number and they're like, well, you flew basic economy. I said, it's a very small plane going from Miami to the Bahamas. It's an hour flight. It's not like you had first class or business options. Basic economy is all you can get. And she's like, well, no, you could have paid more to get seats closer to the front. I said, well, I'm in row 10. How much closer to the front can I get? Right. And she said, here's what I can do. I can refund you. I think it was like 60% or whatever. And then you can file a grievance through the customer complaint line, which I did, and explained the whole thing. And they sent back a typical, what you see some people make posts, like a very copy and paste. I saw this on ChatGPT. That's what their reply was back to me, saying, you have a damaged passport. You can't try. My explanation had nothing to do with it. The fact that I've flown their airlines with the same exact passport that they can look up and see didn't have anything to do. It was just this ChatGPT copy and paste thing back saying, you had a damaged passport. You shouldn't have tried to fly. Okay.
No refund for you.
No, we're not giving you anything back. So American Airlines will never see my money again.
Ashley's comment is pretty funny. Although I don't know if everyone's going to think it's funny. She says, you should have just told them you were an illegal immigrant and you would have gotten on the plane. Everybody in the audience thought it was funny, Ashley.
You know what's funny is I could have taken that same passport card and gone to the Bahama cruise line or the Bahama ferry and got on it and gone to the same exact area and been fine. So again, my bigger issue was, general security. If TSA isn't stopping you because you have a damaged passport, why can a gate agent make that decision? Some make the right one, some don't. No, I think she made the right decision. She did what she was supposed to do. But why did the other ones not make that same decision?
What's the difference between a undamaged passport and a damaged passport?
Good question, because if you actually read it, it says normal wear and tear. Now, mine wasn't normal wear and tear, right? But Megan's floated, and hers is in just as rough a shape. It just doesn't have a dog bite out of the bottom corner of it.
Oh,
and
boy.
Hers was fine. So what is the definition of normal wear and tear? It's kind of like if you ever lease a vehicle, normal wear and tear is okay. Well, What's normal wear and tear?
So, folks, 30 minutes of passport education free of charge on the show today. So,
yeah, so make sure
Oh.
your passport is in pristine condition.
Dan, I do appreciate the fact that you putting yourself out there and coming up with news in one of the slowest months of the year when nothing is
Yes.
going on and making things
Yeah,
happen.
Thank
that was
you
my
for that.
yeah, that was my whole design. Yeah,
Thank you
that
for
was
that.
you know, going back to the beginning of the show, you know, Kim, what that lady said to you, I'm always on the opposite end. They're like, you're much better on TV than you are in person. So I get the opposite. So
Oh,
don't feel
boy.
bad.
So,
Wow.
normal wear and tear if you have dogs. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, well,
Anything going on the island?
Well, I did.
Anything new?
Yeah, a
I did
few
want to.
things.
I did want to make sure I mentioned that Friday is a big ribbon cutting celebration for Jersey Mike's, and I hope you can all come down to Jersey Mike's. It's in the Kia Cerro Plaza.
Mhm.
There will be free parking. What you need to understand about that parking lot, and if I'm talking out of turn, Dan, you are the mayor. You understand what's going on there. If you
Slap
go
them with your passport.
because we want the restaurant to succeed, and there's something else going on in that parking lot. Anybody that wants to go to the restaurant to Jersey Mike's can go and park for free.
and
what-
just say they're going there.
Right. Well, what you can't do is you can't go and park and go and eat and then
And go
decide
to
you're
the
going to go to
beach.
the
Go to the
beach. And
beach, right.
that's the difference. Well, back in the day, you probably could have done that, but right
well,
now,
they have to designate so many parking spots for each business that's in there. So I don't know what that number is for Jersey Mike's, but they have a designated amount of parking spots that have to be assigned for their customers that they're not supposed to rent out for the day, but they have to provide ample, you know, through code and compliance. So, you know, yes,
Right, and there
to
are
your
so
point,
ma-
yes, if you're going to get a sandwich, you have a place to park for
Don't,
free.
and
but-
just tell the attendant you're going there. He'll tell you where to park. Somebody, Brian Beck, who we play pickleball with, he went there the other day, and they told him where to park, and everything was fine. So you just got to make
They
that
have
clear.
good subs. Too.
Yeah, and by the way, people talk about I'm sorry. The ribbon cutting is at
10
10 o'clock, and
10
all
o'clock.
day long is a celebration of their grand opening. And what I wanted to say about Jersey Mike's is, yeah, they're somewhat of a national chain, but when you go and meet Ron,
so was
and-
Subway that was there before.
right, when you
Right.
go and meet Ron and Stacy, they're really local people. They're nice people. They're local people. They're going to be raising money for, I think it's the American Red Cross
American Red Cross. Yeah.
on Friday. So it's a little bit different than a national chain, even though it's a national chain. He owns a bunch of the franchises around town, and
Same with the, you know, I know it's probably a sore spot for you, but the same with the 7-Eleven next to the Whale.
The what?
Yeah, exactly. Got to meet the owner of that place. It's you know, he's a franchisee. He's not so he owns that one and he owns the one in Pine Ridge. Got to meet him. Seemed like a very nice guy. He had a bunch of free stuff out there for people, but yeah.
so back to Jersey Mike. So on Friday, the ribbon cutting will be at 10 o'clock. We will be there to broadcast the ribbon cutting live. We got triple permission to do that by Ron on and Stacy on yesterday. They sent us a nice invitation yesterday.
Really nice.
Yeah, and they're
Yes.
very nice people, and they want to be part of the community, which is the other
Right.
thing that's really cool. They
And you're
wanna
not
do-
going to wear your creepy glasses.
I might wear them. I might wear them, but
Accused of being
I try and
creepy.
tell people when I'm recording. I mean, I want to tell people
Well,
you're
yeah.
recording.
Right.
And,
Well,
you
you
should
should in
be
this day and
walking
age, you should
around with a
always assume
sign.
you're being recorded.
Yes.
yeah, that's the other thing. Is like there. are
Yeah,
cameras
when I
everywhere.
drove down here today, I was telling him because the weather was really bad, and you know, you hear a lot of people like there was an accident. Did you have a dash cam? We don't have dash cams. So there's a little like right behind your radio. There's a little cutout area. It fits the phone just perfectly, and you can record. So I was at a stop sign and I hit record and came down here. I mean, nothing happened, thank God. But I was like, you never know when you need, you know, something happens, or I mean, unless you have a flash camera, you might catch something that way.
You know, my new truck has a camera in the front, a dash cam for the front and the back.
yeah.
Really?
So
Yes.
that gigantic red
Oh
But
my
it's-
God!
fire engine
But
you're
it's
driving
all
around
it's
in.
integrated into the truck. It's not like an aftermarket.
Well,
thing.
the rear camera it's actually kind of an interesting thing. So the front one wasn't part of the truck; it was added. So it's a dash
okay.
cam, but it's mounted on but it's tied into the camera system for all the cameras in the
Does it
truck,
record?
and it records.
Wow.
So the other day, I'm driving down the road, and I'm like, I probably should check and see if this records audio as well.
No kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
if for some reason something happens and,
Yes.
you know, I probably say some things in the privacy
Yes.
of my own truck that I
Yes.
probably wouldn't say in public. So I'm like, I got to go back and check the recordings
Did
and see
it?
if I don't know. I haven't checked it. I was thinking
I-
about it today.
I've said this 1,000 times. We do good Sunday shows, really good Sunday shows, but the drive home after the Sunday show is even 10 times better. When she's bitching and yelling at me about everything that I said on the show, there
You
should
need
be,
a dash cam.
there
It
needs
could be
to
a
be
reality
It needs to
show.
be a hidden camera on the way home.
You mean when I'm
because it would
mean
be-
mugging you with my
it was
ugly mug?
crazy.
Don't they have that like a show? There's a cash cab or something where people get in and they got a dashboard
Yes.
cam thing, and maybe you need that for the
Yes.
It's the
baby.
same-
I went on a trip with my brother and we were in the car for 14 hours and we were talking. We were doing some trash talking and we got to Colorado and he goes, "Oh, by the way, that dash cam
records everything.
records everything." I was like, "Okay, well, how much money do you want?" Because
Yeah.
like
It's like the Cape Coral show that we do. We do the Cape Coral show, and then there's these people from New York that are standing around the bar, 4 or 5 people, and you know now they're talking about how everybody is that's running for office. Now you hear the inside stuff about what they've done and how
Sure.
what kind of people they are, and I'm like, gosh, I wish I had a camera on these people, you know, because they're doing the New York. Everybody's talking with their hands like they're all Italian New Yorkers, and you know, it's all about the hand language and the sign language in Cape Coral. So I don't even know how we got off. on
So
that.
speaking
man.
of a quick funny story about New York, the company that I used to work for, we had
and then we'll have 15 minutes to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the beach.
so they had a
Nobody cares.
I was in downtown New York, close to the World Trade Center, the new World Trade Center, doing a lighting job for this guy. Anyway, long story longer. So I'm in this elevator going in the hotel, and these 2 Italian, one guy was from Jersey and one guy was from New York, and I'm in the middle of them, and they are F-bombing each other. And they're talking like, I'm like, these guys are gonna fight.
But they're friends.
But I didn't know it. So I'm standing in the middle, and these guys were, you know, the New York accent and the New Jersey,
Yeah.
they're back and forth, they're like pointing across me, like, if you, and then the door opens, like, all right, man, we'll see you at dinner tonight. Yeah, see you, man. And they walks out. I'm like, what?
So
I just walked out. It was so weird.
I cannot believe that it's going to be 25 years since September 11th. I
I know, and that's
cannot
something.
believe this
Isn't that
year is
something?
25 years. By a show of hands in the audience, how many people have been to the World Trade Center museum? Anybody been to the museum?
I've been in New York
It's
several times for my
crazy.
previous job, and I made a promise to Megan I wouldn't go see all the tourist, I want to say tourist things, but that Statue of Liberty, some of the other things until because she's never been there. So I made a purpose to not go see any of that until I can get up there with her.
Wow. The one thing that I'll never forget is that they have this room that you go in and you can hear the 911 calls and they're playing
Yeah.
it. You stand in front of
You
this and
went?
I've been there. I thought we went together.
No,
That was my other
I
girlfriend.
don't know who you went with.
And
She
this is how
probably
the
looks
episode of
better
the car
than me.
ride home starts.
It's like the whole Girl
did you
Scout
go
thing.
with?
It's like the whole Girl Scout thing. You didn't know I was in the Girl
Yeah,
Scouts for crying
yeah,
out
But
loud.
now you're in New York doing stuff with
Oh,
it.
you need a dash cam just based on you two going home because
No.
this is I can already see it. Anyone
When
that's
was
married,
that?
you can
It was a
already hear
while
your
ago.
wives going, so who were you there with?
I swear.
What were you doing?
I swear
there?
it was with you, but I mean, she was a lot prettier than she was on camera,
Yeah, that's
by the
right.
way. No, but what I'm saying, you go into this room and it's really frightening to hear the 911 calls, and
Oh.
you stand in front of this, and somehow they've done it where you don't even, some have headphones and some you can just hear it, and it's just, obviously everybody knows how crazy it was, but I mean, if you've never, everybody should go to that museum
Yeah.
once before they die. I mean, it really is.
Well, I
Well,
think everybody that was alive when that happened remembers exactly where you
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Oh,
Right? I mean,
exactly where you're
100%.
standing.
I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what I did that
Yeah.
day. I remember
Yep.
everything. I mean, like it was yesterday. And I have a horrible memory.
Yeah. And on the 20, unfortunately, this year, Mondami is going to be the mayor of the city, which is a whole juxtaposition of what should be happening there. But they read the names every year, and they're going to do that again this year. And one of the things I didn't know until our Cape Coral, New York
Right.
friends told us was that they used to read the names and say police officer and then the names and fire official and
Firefighter.
firefighter. And now they just have taken
Now
the
they just
titles
read
out of everything and they just read the names, which he said probably takes 2 hours off the amount of time it reads. It takes to read the names because 3,150 total names. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
somebody
very
Google that
rare,
for
yeah.
me. I think that's
It's over 3,000. Yeah.
3,100 or so names. But anyway, so September 11th is a Friday this year. So all those New Yorkers in Cape Coral will be on our show on Friday. So we all have, I think I'm guessing everybody's going to do something
Yeah, and a lot
special.
of them are fire and police.
Yes, they are and they've been there.
and
They've
been there.
part of that.
Well,
so.
and a little piece of that, if you haven't been to the fire station down on Linnell Road, the South Fire Station, there's a piece of metal from one of the girders from the original from that day. So you can read the story behind it. It's pretty emotional.
This is what happens 40 minutes into the show, and we've talked about nothing but just general conversation. That's what happens in July. But here on Fort Myers Beach, just keep the show going.
There's a lot
Lee's
going on
so
Fort Myers
glad he
Beach.
came to this show.
What's that?
Lee's so glad he came to this
Lee
show.
Melsick is over there. It's so nice to
Is
see
he?
Lee. He's
There he is. I see him.
Yeah, you didn't even know he was there.
I
All
didn't
right.
see him. No.
I do have a couple of questions for you, Dan, about beach stuff.
Sure.
The first question is there anything you can update the residents on in terms of the school? Somebody told me that that there was some kind of I don't know, inspection done of the school, and it was determined that the school that building cannot be used.
No. So obviously we've been in talks with the school district about an interlocal agreement for the town to take it over and try to make a school work, however that may work out. In that request, we asked for access to be able to get in and see the building, which they granted. Where that stands, where the interlocal agreement stands, is we have redlined, the town has redlined their initial proposal and sent back, and we're just waiting to hear back from Mr. Savage and his team on what exactly we can do.
How long have you been waiting?
I don't know exactly when Will sent it back to them. Maybe a month or two. He was expecting a call. I talked to Will on Friday. We had not heard back from them, but he was going to reach out again to see if we can get. And what we were basically looking for is we need more time to the application process. If you are going to do a charter school, is it's extensive, and the time frame in which they were giving us to be able to put that together was not attainable.
So it's almost more than over. It's like more than 50% over.
So we've had good discussions. I know Will and Tracy and the team have had good discussions with the superintendent and their team, trying to get this across the finish line. And I think it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean that there will be a school there? We don't know, but that is a crucial part to be able to start moving forward. On August 3rd at our meeting, you will start to hear some more information come out where we'll discuss what the plan of it, the plan is to be able to move forward and try to see if we can make this work. They'll be seeking council approval for some stuff. So you'll get a little bit more information. Obviously the community will be involved in that going forward, but our goal is to try to get, a school back on the island in some form or fashion. But we need to be able to have control of that property to be able to do that. So to your question, yes, the school board has said that their people have said that school can't be saved. In our inspections and having our people look at it, we believe it can be saved. Obviously, what people don't realize is if it's a public school and it's a charter school, there are far different rules that they have to, that you have to adhere to, building wise, safety wise, all these other things. Not saying it would be less safe, just meaning, just meaning the school district is held to high standard to be able to make sure the kid. It's regimented is exactly what they have to do. A charter school, you have a little more leeway to be able to allow things. Our people have told us that we can save that school. Whether it stays a school, where it doesn't become a school again, I think to me it's important to save a part of history that no Mother Nature storm has been able to take away. Yes, it's damaged it, but the structure is still there and it can be saved. So
let me just say too.
Yeah, we think it can be saved. We just need to get the agreement done so that we can start moving forward. And if it's a school, that's the goal. If not, at least we could potentially save a building that has a lot of historical history.
And what an asset you have in Tracy Kohler, because she was the principal of that school. So she has institutional knowledge about schools and about all of that stuff that somebody else might not have on the team.
Well, and yes, her having an inner workings of how the public school work is obviously been, and anybody that knows Tracy knows that she is very detail oriented. She's very hardworking. She is a bulldog. When she sets her mind on something, she will achieve that goal, which is great to have. It's great to have her on a team.
Yeah.
She is a perfect person to help lead this along with Will and the rest of the team. So we're excited about it. We'll see where it goes. The team has been meeting with things, member Ribble, our representative from the school board, has been very open and talking to us. I know he has an issue with them, but that's fine. That's his issue, not mine. He reached out and said, hey, you guys should come check this school out. The team has gone up and met the school up in Boca Grande to see how they're doing it. So they're doing their due diligence to figure out what exactly it's going to look like. We don't know what it's going to cost yet. We don't know any of that information,
But you're moving forward.
but we're moving forward in the expectation that we are going to be able to at least have those discussions and figure out, is it feasible or is it not?
All right.
What year did Bucky Dent hit the home run over the Green Monster? Does anybody remember what year that was and who they were playing?
1976.
I think it was. Does anybody know what year it was? Can anybody Google?
Is that a trivia question?
What I'm watching? They were there for some reason. They're
We'll
going
give you
back
a
in the
free
We
archives.
should get these screens turned off
I
because you were
know.
like a squirrel. You're like,
The
"Oh, I'm not
Yankees-
Yeah,
paying
if it's
attention."
not about him,
I know he just
then,
moves
you
on.
know.
The
He asked the
Yankees
question, then
and
he
the
moves
Red
on.
Sox. I think it was the game was in Boston and the home run was over the Green Monster and he was choking up on the bat, if I remember. I think it was 1977. Somebody will look it up online. These
well,
people,
I was close.
these
I
people
said
are too busy eating.
76.
So
Well, the nice thing about
not too
the
busy
nice
eating,
thing
they
about the
don't care.
school and the Bay Oaks property is, that area is the heart of the island, right? We've got an approved project there. The Millers now obviously has been well reported, own
yeah,
a
what are they
building right
going
across
what are the
street.
Millers going to
I
put
don't
in
know.
that
They
place?
could tell you what. I don't know. It's up to them. But the fact that we have people, the fact that we have people investing back in the island, in the heart of the island, is important.
He
So
needs to invest a little more in this island. I think he's
Yeah,
holding
come
back.
on, step up to the
Stop
plate
being-
a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
you guys.
Stop
Yeah,
being so
yeah.
cheap, Mike. For
quit
crying
dragging
out
your
loud.
feet over there.
Gosh, dang. It's like Alex King. You're afraid to spend any money. God. Step up to the plate like Terry Prasad does. Why don't you?
Oh God, walked right into that one. didn't
So the other question, let's talk about Bay Oaks. You have a big giant field over there in Bay Oaks. Do we have any updated vision on what we might see on this field?
Field of Dreams.
There's a little water on the field right now.
What do
but-
you? Well, you say vision. I think the vision has been laid out. That's why that field is there.
all right, what is the vision? Remind me.
Well, it has to be
I'm
a
on
multi-purpose
gabapentin. I
field.
can't remember
It
anything.
has to be a multi-purpose field. It has to be something, because of the way the grant was structured, it has to be something that can be used more for more than just soccer or baseball or
Soccer.
football. It has to be a multi-purpose field, which is what it is. Do
Right
we wish
now,
it
it's
had
a
big,
field of
beautiful?
weeds.
Well, write a check, Ed. You talk
No,
about people donating. Write
Well,
a
what,
check.
what grant are you talking about then? Why
The-
do
the
I need
grant-
to write a
the
check? if
grant-
there needs-
The grant to be able to build that. The grant to so. I will give you a backstory, which maybe I've shared and I don't remember.
Make it short, though.
I will be. So the backstory of what the idea or the vision, if you want to say vision, Frankie and I and Andy were up at a conference in Tampa. I had been to Tampa several times, and there's this park when you go down the Riverwalk at Tampa. I want to say it's Water. I can't remember the name of it. It's Water something. But if you Google this along the Riverwalk, and they have a similar property that's a park right on the Riverwalk. And when we were walking by, I said, Andy, this is what I envision we could make work on Fort Myers Beach. What do you think? So we walked around the property and it had a band shell and the field was wide open, but it had a walking path around it. So what you're kind of seeing is that vision of having a multi-purpose field.
May I ask
That's
you
what, well, hold on, but that's what led to applying for a grant. So the grant then is what said you have to have a multi-purpose field. So what you're seeing is
Well,
kind
how
of
much is a
vision.
grant for?
It was $1 million.
Okay, where's that
Whoa.
money?
It's been spent to build what you see.
I don't see anything but a field of weeds. What do they build? What do they build?
So you don't see trees, you don't see a
Oh, I
walking
did see the
path, you don't
trees.
see drainage, you don't see excavation work, you don't see any. You think
All
that's
right,
free?
all right. Well, that's fair enough. So what's going in the middle?
It's going to be grass. It
When
was
is-
there, so
and who's
it was.
going to pay for the grass?
Well, that's the question, right? So
Is
there's
there
still-
anything holding
Mike
us back
Miller,
from getting?
No,
Mike
no.
Miller.
So the town has applied for. Yeah, right. So people,
Mike, you bought grass before. Come on, you can buy some grass.
So the town has applied for and received CDBGR funding from the federal government for our parks and rec, which is going to cover the pool, it's going to cover some of that. But you have to go out and procure it. And you have to procure it in a certain way to be able to get the funds from the federal government to be able to do that. So we tried hydro seeding it under the grant.
All right, didn't work.
It didn't work.
No problem.
So getting that done, we the first step was hiring a contractor, right? Which we did about a month ago, I want to say, a month and a half ago now. We gave authority to the council gave authority to the town manager to move forward with procuring that contract with
Contract for what? I'm sorry if I'm not
for
following.
landscaping to do, which includes sod, right? So that was the first step. That's been done. So now the team, when I say team, I mean the staff is working with that Tidewater to accomplish the goal that you're talking about.
I'm sorry. I don't want to harp on it, but I still
I
am-
want to ask a question.
I don't know what the goal is.
The goal is to plant grass there. That's the goal.
Okay.
And
To
then
keep it a multi-purpose field, which is the requirement
Multi-purpose
under the
field.
grant. Should I write it in
Now-
crayon on paper for
now
you?
you're
Draw you a
talking-
picture so
you're
you can see
talking
what
a
it
You're
lot
very
of-
defensive
Wait a
about
minute.
the weeds, the field of weeds.
No. Things
Yeah.
happen. You plant. I mean, I bet by the end of the rainy season, if you mow it, it'll be nice and green and it'll look nice. It just won't be comfortable to walk on.
You're not mowing anything but rocks. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of rocks and puddles on that. So okay, so it's
Wait
gonna
a minute.
be
Wait
grass.
a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You're talking a lot about grants and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you been following the District 19
Yes.
debates?
Yeah.
Because we
For
had
the
someone
most
on.
part, yeah.
We had someone on our show Friday night,
Ola.
Ola.
She's
who-
gonna win, by the way.
Who has a lot of experience writing grants. Now I'm getting to the question.
Mhm.
How much support do you get from those representatives, and who are you looking at?
Well, I'll tell you, it starts at the local level for grants, right?
Oh, what did you say? Oh, thank you so much.
Did you say she looks better on camera than she does in
And it
person?
was a
I'm
good
sorry. What did you say?
No. Well, it starts at the local level. You have to have a grant writer in house, which is one of the things I think we need. We need to have someone that can go out and write grants, because a grant writer, anybody that, at least from what I'm not a grant writer, but in talking to people who are grant writers or have worked with grant writers, it's an art form. And to be able to do that, once you are able to do that and submit it, now the lobbying happens, right? Now going to the people that you're talking about that could potentially be sitting in Congressman
She said
Donald's
she
spot.
can write them for you too.
Well, she
so.
could, and I'm not saying that she probably couldn't, but would she? I mean, if you're elected to a Congress
She
seat,
says she's going
are you
going to
have
for the
time
UEP
to write
and the
grants
Cape.
for the town of Fort Myers Beach?
No, she has
Probably not,
no,
or
she
Cape Coral, or anybody else. Probably not. So that's why I say it starts at the town level or at the municipality level. You've got to be able to write the grant, submit the grant, and then you have to have people willing to go and lobby to say, we need this money, and this is why.
So Dan, that gigantic.
Wait a minute. So who are you looking at? Who's your favorite
I actually
thus
don't.
far?
I actually don't have a favorite. I think there's
Okay.
a lot of people that have a lot of different.
There's a lot of people.
There's
in
a
that
lot of
race.
people that have a lot of. I mean, I've been following it very closely. There's some good, strong candidates, and I think there's some people that have no shot, and we'll see where it ends
Well,
up. But
Ola's going to get Trump's endorsement, and then that's going to be the end of it for District 19. That's
Maybe-
all they care about. Is
maybe-
whoever gets Trump's
maybe, I don't
endorsement
know.
usually wins, but
well, that's not always the case. I think we've seen
most
that
of
in
the times
past.
it is.
I think what's important to people in Southwest Florida is that they get a candidate that's going to represent the values of the people that chose to move to Southwest Florida.
Yeah, she's only been here a year, by the way, 1 year. And so she come on the show Friday, and she goes, "Oh, I had lunch with President Trump last Sunday." I said, "You did? Well, what did he say to you?" And she wouldn't tell us what he
Well,
said to her, which is the most
I will
important part
tell
of it.
you, in any of the people that I've met with that are running for that seat, I've challenged every single one of them with what I feel is important. I challenged one most recently to say, "You're choosing not to go."
Who?
Doesn't
did you
matter.
challenge?
Doesn't matter.
Why does it
But
matter?
my point is, if she would have said that to me, I haven't had a chance to meet her yet, so I don't know any. I don't know her personally. I mean, obviously, I'm following what she's saying. But if she would have said that to me, my challenge to her would have been, "That's great. You got to sit down and glad hand with the President of the United States. Have you met with a Mike Miller? Have you met with a Dan Allers? Have you met with an Ed Ryan? Have you met with anybody else that sits out here, a Haka, and shook their hand and asked what they're looking
Mike,
for?"
have you met with any District 19 candidates? Have any of them come up
I'm just
to you?
using that as an example. So that would have been my challenge. That's great. You get to sit down and glad hand with the
Yeah.
president. That's fine. In 2 years, he's not going to be there. You're still going to be there. What are you going to do for me? That's
Right.
what I would have asked.
Can we bring it back to Bay Oaks just for a second?
Oh, you don't like
So-
my answer?
No, well, you're not
So
giving out
funny
names.
that he'll go off on a tangent about
No, because
Iran
I-
and everything, but
I think
Iran.
I think
You
if
go off
if
on
you're
a
a
tangent about
candidate, if you're a
everything.
candidate for a seat and you won't go talk to people that
dare
you
you.
know are going to come after you, then what do you think you're going to do when you get in that seat?
No, I think
do
the
you think everybody's going to say you're doing a great job?
But
have
yeah.
any of the candidates come down here?
Yes.
Who?
I've
Okay.
only seen one candidate down here,
Who was it?
Jim Overweiss. He's the only one I've seen down here
Yeah,
on the island.
that's right. He
The
did
only
come
one.
to Margaritaville.
He's
He
been
was
at
there.
every event
Yeah.
that has been
Listen,
that
Jim-
I've been part of. So.
Jim Oberweis is 80 years old. Why he's running for the 19th district of Florida at 80 years old makes no sense. Now, Mike Pedersen, he lived in Cape Coral. He was a coach in Cape Coral. But he
He's a
doesn't have enough
veteran.
money. And Ola is a president, but bootlicker. She's probably going to win because that's what happens. But you guys definitely need to do like most of these people. I don't mean to be offensive. But most of these people, I'm
Okay,
guessing,
be
are
careful.
not paying attention to District 19 because there are 8 people running.
Well, and I'll
I
tell
think
you,
there's
I'll tell
9.
you why I
9
have the
people running.
I'll tell you why I have the position that I have for whoever replaces Congressman Donalds. Every time we've ever gone to DC, the only person that's met with us every single time, only two people that have met with us every single time, has been Senator Scott and
Yes.
Congressman Donalds. And both times they physically sat down and, what can we help you with? What can we do? Sometimes Congressman Donalds actually took us into his private office and sat us down and had a conversation because he was trying to.
What does he have in his private office?
Well,
Like
I mean, they pretty much live in their offices, right? There's clothes there. I mean, there's
Really?
it's like a small little
soft
tiny,
toilet
tiny little
paper?
toilet.
Really soft
I don't know if
toilet
there was
paper,
even
I'm
a bathroom in there, but
Get out on the 18th
but
of
Congressman
August.
Donalds has been the one every single time we've
Well,
gone.
let
He's,
it go.
he's come down here all the time. That's who I'm looking for in a candidate that's
What do you
willing
wanna know?
to meet with the people and talk to the people and find out what their issues are and not always
That's
deal with the
another
people that
problem.
tell
Now,
you you're doing a great job.
Catalana Lauf.
Mhm.
Is she the other lady that's running?
Yes.
She's. I see. I didn't even know she was running until you said that she was at a debate at the ranch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah, she's another one of the candidates. Yes.
So anyway, back to Bay Oaks, just for a second. So the plan is to put grass in that giant field, right? Just to eventually somebody will pay for grass, whether it's the town or a donation, right?
That's the plan. Yes.
Okay, then what are we doing with the grass? Like it's just going to be a field to do what? Soccer, football,
Multi-purpose. It can be whatever. It could be concerts. It could be shows. It could be whatever.
Are they going to line it for football? They're going to line it for soccer. They're going to line it. I mean, right now your
Well, do you-
golden egg is pickleball. If we're being honest,
Well,
there's not
right
enough
now,
room.
sure. But what do you mean? Well, because you're on a pickleball
No,
kick, it's
no,
all of a sudden
because-
it should be
no,
all about pickleball.
No, how dare you? How dare you do that to me? How dare you? How dare you do
in
that
6
to me?
months, it's going to be something else.
No, I'm just
so-
saying that.
I guarantee it won't be soccer. In
Yeah.
6 months
No, it's
from
not.
now.
Nobody. Is there a soccer game on today? Nobody gives a shit.
Here's
Yeah, there
here's where I'll
is.
push back. Is there what is wrong with having actual green space? For
Nothing.
people to
What
do
I'm
stuff?
saying is there's enough room for 6 more pickleball
Sure,
courts
sure.
because during season there are 40 people waiting. That makes me think that
Sure.
you could probably make some money from it. You're not
I-
going to make
I
money
don't-
from
I
a
don't-
multi-purpose grass field, are you?
Oh, okay.
Well, how
Sure.
are you?
Have you ever been
Mayor?
to a concert on a? Have you ever been to a concert on a
You're gonna
7-acre property?
You're going to charge
It's a
people.
lot of people and a lot of money that can be made.
You're going to charge people to go to a concert. Who are you bringing in?
I'm not saying we are. I'm just saying
Oh.
that's an option.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, what is the vision of the grass? I would like to know what the town's
Okay,
vision of the grass.
Multi-
is.
Should I
Multi-purpose.
spell
Oh my
multi-purpose for
God.
you? Do you
Yes,
need to Google
yes.
it and see
No.
what exactly it?
I know how to spell multi-purpose, but what I want to know is what your vision of what goes on in
Well,
multi-purpose
look at some of the
field.
things that are going on there. Shrimp Fest is talking about moving in there. The beer event is talking about going
That's
in there.
going on the
People have
baseball
shown
field.
people have because the field isn't ready yet. But that's a bigger place where you can have a bigger event. People have talked about having concerts there. People have talked about having other events there. Talking with the
What is your deal with
people
this?
in
I just
all
think
of the
that
county.
every
they have
time I go
ideas.
over there, nothing's happening, and that's
Oh,
what I would like to
so
know when it's
again,
going to happen.
Write a check.
When?
Write a check. Everybody says you should run government like a business. Really?
Yeah.
Because when you
I
run a
don't say
business,
that.
you can actually make a decision, right, Jamie, to say, I'm going to write a check for this and make it happen tomorrow. In government, you can't because it's not your money that you're spending.
So
You
what-
have to go through in a proper.
So what you're saying is nothing can happen until there's money.
the
for
money,
it.
the money has been approved through the CDBGR funding, but in order to get that funding, you have to follow a procurement process through public input, through
Okay,
meetings.
so what's
through
the
all that
time
kind of
frame?
stuff.
What's the time frame?
Well,
then?
I just told you we have approved Tidewater to be the landscape person that has been selected through the procurement process. Now they can start giving us a bit of this is what it's going to cost. The money is there, but in order to get that CDBGR money, which comes from all the taxpayers throughout the United States, you
There's a
have to make sure
process in
you follow the
place,
process to get that. You can't just write a check and do it. But the funding has been approved to do it.
You probably mentioned this, but I forgot it. How much was the? How much is it? $1 million? 1 million?
Well,
That
no,
the-
that,
it
the
was
grant,
approved?
the grant that we got to get it to where it's at now was
Right.
$1 million grant that we
How
had
much
to
is
match.
the grass?
How much?
I don't
is
know what I don't know what.
CBDGR?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen a bid for what it's going to cost to do that yet.
So at some point, there'll be grass.
At
And
some
then-
point, that's the goal. Yes.
All right. So let's say there's grass. Who's in charge? Like, will it be the Bay Oaks committee? Will it be Jeff? Will it be the town manager that says, okay, here's what our plan is going to be to make this place rock?
Well, I think it's everybody. I think obviously you've got BORCAB that has a lot of input in it. Community has a lot of input in it. And at the end of the day, whatever that sauce looks like comes before the council, and the council makes the decision.
All right. enough about.
But it doesn't
Bay
mean you
Oaks.
can't
Oh
use it
my
for special
God.
events. Doesn't mean you can't come in and say, I would like to use this property to have a beer fest or
Yeah.
shrimp fest or whatever fest you want to
Or
have
a
there,
big birthday party.
or a big birthday party, or
Well,
whatever.
listen, I'm all for
a big
I'm all for
giant
that.
dunk tank for Ed
Dude,
that
I'm-
he can't
I'm-
touch the bottom on.
I'm
Good
all for that
Lord.
Bay Oaks property. You stand by it. You
Can
stand
we
by the
put some
pickleball
weight
courts,
on his feet?
and you look at that property, and it's like, wow. You look at it. It's a vast property of greatness, potential, I should say. And then you look on the other side, and you see the empty school, and you see
Did
the
everybody
the
just hear what he
playground.
said?
Potential.
Did everybody hear what he said? Let's go back 2-3 months. Remember, he sat in the same exact seat and said, why are you keeping Bay Oaks? It's an absolute waste of money. The taxpayers are subsidizing this. Why are you keeping that? Why are you keeping the Anchorage? Why are you keep? Now
didn't
all of a
say
sudden
why
he
you
likes
keeping the
pickleball and
Anchorage.
we should keep the entire place.
Dude, I didn't say that. How you twist my words.
I'm not twisting your words. I'm just repeating what you said 3 months ago.
Here's my answer
Now
to
all
you.
of a sudden you're the biggest cheerleader for Bay Oaks because you like pickleball.
And here's
3
my-
months ago we should give it back to the county or get rid of it.
I
So
didn't
which
say-
is it?
I didn't say give it back to the county, but
Oh,
you sell
somebody's gonna go back. And
you
clip
sell-
it.
Oh, you're going to clip it. I'll guarantee you they're already doing it.
Somebody.
you
yeah.
sell that business to a private property, and there's going to be green grass on that property because
Sure.
businesses know how to run things way better than the government.
Well, the
does.
businesses
Well, they
can
don't
do
have
things
as
that
many restrictions.
exactly.
My-
you as a tax,
So I'm not
you
going
as
back
a-
on what I.
You as a taxpayer
I think I riled him.
want
No.
there to be oversight. You don't want somebody willy nilly doing stuff.
I feel like the property is underutilized, whether it's by
Agreed.
the government,
Everybody agrees with that. Everybody
whether
agrees
it's
with
by
that.
the government or a private property.
So you move it through, Mr. Big
No,
Guns.
I
You
don't-
go right up
Mike
there.
is
and
going to
you
buy the
champion it.
property.
I
Mike
think
Miller's
if-
going to buy the
you know,
property for crying out
I think
loud.
that the goal, even before the storm for Bay Oaks property through the Bay Oaks, when Lee and I served on board cab together, the goal was always to how do you drive people to a property that is a great piece of property. I believe it's like 12 acres or so, roughly, including the pool. How do you get people to a property that people don't know exist? And the first step was getting access to
You
it.
put up a
With the Kohlers, we were able to,
250-foot
and I think Lee and I were on board
Here
cab.
we
at the
go
same
again
time
with
when we talked
nobody
about it.
knows where Bay Oaks is.
Well, no,
I've
at the
heard
time-
this fucking story. Sorry, I've heard this story for 10 years that nobody knows where Bay Oaks
No,
is.
no, no. But what, Ed?
I'm so tired of hearing it.
Oh,
Though
you're so frustrated. You're
no, I'm not,
easily
I'm not- I'm
rattled.
not frustrated.
My point is,
Tired
the
of
the
hearing
first step
you.
was trying to get people to have access to it. Right now, there's an access to it. People are starting to understand it's there. Then the storm came. Well, that has set us back a few years. Now we're trying to get it. We've all seen the drawings of what potentially the pool could look like. So things are happening. It just
No,
it's-
Dan, things are not happening.
Of
In your
course, well,
mind, things
no,
are
they're-
happening.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Things aren't happening.
What's happening there? What's happening there?
What's happening? Did you see the rendering of the pool?
I saw a rendering.
Okay,
I've also seen a rendering of salty crab.
great. What I can't
Nothing's
control salty-
happening.
I
I've
can't
also
control
seen.
salty
I've
crab.
also seen. I've seen a lot of renderings of Myers side.
But what-
I've seen renderings of Moss Marina. I've seen a lot of renderings.
And you know what the difference is between us and them? The difference is we already have the funding in place to do it
Do what?
through CDBGR
The
funding.
pool?
Yes,
All right.
but you have to go through the process to
Right.
design it, procure it. Then the money is there through CDBGR funding. That's the difference between our renderings and the renderings you receive in the private sector. They have got renderings out there. They have got approvals, and now they're saying they can't do it because they don't have the money to do it or the money's not right to do it. That's
How do
not
you
what the
fit-
town is saying. What the town is saying is we have approvals through CDBGR funding to do this project. It is going to happen. I'm sorry, Ed, it's not happening as fast as you would like
On
to
your
have it
time
happen.
frame.
Nothing
But it is
government
happening.
does. Nothing
Of course it
government
does.
does
Let me-
ever
let
happens
me
fast
ask-
enough. Nothing.
But it does happen.
Back to those the ones that he mentioned, Myers side, all the other renderings. Is there anything that, because this came up on the in the Cape too, is somebody mentioned that the government needs to take more of a proactive part when they're applying for a permit to make sure that the people that are applying for the permit have the money to actually do what they say they're going to do. Is there anything to that? Is there anything that can be done to make sure that that happens?
Well, that's a good question. You know,
wow.
we
Two.
we have people.
I got to speak for 3 minutes.
You know, when
Two of
you-
them were good.
Well, when you own a property, you have property rights. You have the right to come in and ask for something outside what you're allowed to zone, what you're allowed to do via zoning and other things, uses. If you want to do something outside of that, you can come in and ask for it. Doesn't mean you get it. Doesn't mean it gets approved or denied. But let's say it gets approved. Once it's approved, the town no longer has a say in when you build that project. We can't. What we can do is we can put a time frame on when you have to apply for a permit or complete, or you have to come back in and ask for.
And do you guys do that?
We do. Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
What's the time frame on Meyer's side? What's the time frame on some
I
of
don't
these other
remember
ones?
if Myerside had a time frame or not, but Moss Marine, I'll give you not Moss Marine, but Matanzas over here. Before the storm, they came in and asked for an extension on their CPD that they applied for because the 10 years had lapsed and they had to reapply. The town manager.
10 years.
10 years.
That's my point. That's my point. Once you get an approval, it may never happen. That was 5 years ago, 6 years. So now
There's
you're
got
going
to
on
be
close to
something
2
that
decades.
you can do to
So you're
like.
going on almost 2 decades from a CPD that was approved in Matanzas, and I'm not trying to pick on Matanzas.
All right, but what is the what would be the benefit to? What is the benefit to getting a permit or a CPD and then not doing anything with it for 10 years?
Money.
All right.
Money.
Can we move on?
Not
you-
having
if you-
money
if
or
you have
getting
it-
money.
I'll get.
or,
Let me try to bring it down to a residential. If you have a property that before the storm was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and you want to build a 6-bedroom, 6-bath, but you have to come in and ask for it because you have to get a 5-foot setback
yeah.
to be able to do it. Do you think, and you get that variance to be able to do that? Do you think your property, when you build that, or the fact that you can now build that, is worth more than it was when you had a 2-bedroom, 1 bath on it?
Yeah.
Of course it is. The value of your property just increased because of the rights you have for that property. That's why they do it.
So
Once they have it, we hope everybody goes through and does it. But what
But
we've
they
seen
could
with
just turn
Neptune,
around and sell it.
They could, and that's the options that
What-
they have.
what time is the soccer game today? Does anybody know what time? 3
3
o'clock. Is
Well, I hope we won't still
Argentina?
be going
Is it
by
Argentina and Mexico?
Spain.
Argentina and Spain. Who's is Messi on one of those teams?
He is. He's on Argentina.
And who's the favorite in this?
Well, I don't know that anybody's a favorite, but Argentina would be the only 3rd team in history to be able to go back to back,
Really?
and the first in I think 60 years. I heard on the news this morning.
Did you
Or
see?
30 years maybe. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
So the other on a positive note, Crescent Park looks beautiful. I don't know if you guys have seen
it's
Crescent
going to be
Park.
great. It's going to be great.
They
yeah.
have. Did we already talk about Crescent Park today?
not today.
Okay.
No, but come on, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You were just bullshitting with Dan for like
You-
the last 10 minutes about. it. I don't know what the hell
my
you two
God,
were talking
please,
about.
folks, did you hear
Does
that?
anybody have a GoPro we could put on their dashboard for the ride home? Because this is going to be fun.
No, they.
This is going to be fun.
So this week,
brought to you by the whale.
if you watched last Sunday's show, you know what I'm going to say.
Whatever we raise, we'll donate for grass to the multi.
There you go. There you go. No, pickleball courts. That's where the fight would be.
Oh,
Listen,
That's a good question, Ed. If you had $100,000 to spend right now, would you spend it on grass or pickleball courts?
I buy my grandson anything
Nope,
he
you only
wanted.
can spend it on those 2 things. Which
I
one
just
would
want
you
to
do?
get that out there.
Which one would you do? If you had $100,000 to give to somebody right now, but it can only be for grass in the field or pickleball courts, what would you do?
I would probably buy the grass.
Okay, you made a decision.
Yeah,
Good.
I would probably buy the grass because I want to see what the town's vision
You know
is
you're
for
not
that
going to be
field.
allowed to play pickleball
Because
ever again because of
in-
that answer.
In my mind,
You
I
were
know-
kicked off every team.
the town will put grass on that field and then nothing will happen. That's just the way government operates. That's just it's.
are
it's
you
a-
going to talk about?
Yeah,
Again, what is
Crescent?
the problem with having green space?
Crescent Park is so nice, and it's going to be green-ish.
Central Park
and-
seems to do pretty nice with green space. I don't.
Well, okay. So Crescent has this. They have
the
these
irrigation's
seats.
got to happen.
And so I called. I want to tell this story real quick, and then we'll move on, dear. I know you want to move on. You want to go home. They have a band. It looks like what they have is a band shell that's facing the beach. If you've been over there, you can see they have what looks like a band shell, or at least it's a covered area where a band could
It's
play
a shade structure. Yeah.
facing the beach. Well, what a great place that would be for a concert, a mini concert, not a big concert. So I called the county after what I said last week, and I said, "Hey, can I be the first one to hire a band to come and play when you guys open?" And they were like, "We're already working with the town on that, so you can't do it." So whatever you guys were doing at the table last week, you totally shut me out on the opportunity to
What do
hire
you
a
mean, Ed?
band.
We don't do anything. We don't do anything.
No, you don't do anything at Bay Oaks, but the other stuff is fun, totally fine.
You know
So-
what I love about being involved in government, and I didn't know this until I got involved in government, is people have a mindset that things you can't do 2 things at once. You can't walk and chew gum. Well, in government, you have to. You have to be able to keep a ball moving forward, even though the public may think that nothing's happening. And then once it happens, like it's about time. Well, we've been working on it. That staff has been working on it for 2 years, trying to get it to the point where you get to say it's about time.
See, Dan,
And that's exactly what's happening with Bay Oaks. What you're starting to see now is what's been going on for 2 years in discussions and how can we get CDBGR funding? How can we get the funding? Because everybody can have a pipe dream of what they want Bay Oaks to look like. but you have to pay for it.
And here's
So lobbying and trying to get money to be able to pay for these things, or you have to tell the taxpayers, you want pickleball courts, Ed? Write a check.
somebody is willing to write a
I'm
check.
not saying they're not, but my point is,
All right, you put it out there.
not everybody's willing to write a check.
There's
And
somebody that's willing to write a check for 4 pickleball courts, but the town won't
100%.
do it.
No,
Why
that's-
won't the town do it?
that's an absolute lie. Absolute
Why
lie.
won't the town do it?
The town will do it.
When?
What the town won't do, and what you're leaving out of this story, which most media sources do, is the fact that the town is willing to take your money and willing to build pickleball courts, but you don't get to dictate where those pickleball courts go. Because guess what? Southwest Florida Management District has a say in where the drainage of this water has to go. So although I feel that you feel it's important that it goes right there and you want your money to go right there, logistically it can't happen. Now we can offer solutions, and I think staff is working with said person that wants
Donator.
to donate to put them in a space that makes sense for everybody.
So where are they going to go?
Well, we'll find out if it works. I mean, it doesn't matter if I tell you where I think it would work. What matters is, can it work with Southwest Florida Management District? Can it work with the town? And does it appease the person that's willing to write the check to do it? There's 3 people that have to figure that out. But where it was proposed simply doesn't work, because that field that you're talking about has to drain. And if you impede how that drains, ask anybody that's built anything. When you have to drain something, it has to go and that's not the town that tells you how things have to drain. There's people above the town that tell you how things have to drain. So if you're going to impede that,
No, I don't
there's
think
a problem.
I think you're making it sound worse than it is. The person is not saying, I'm going to donate the check if you put the courts here. The person was saying, I'm willing to donate the money. Where can the courts go? You just twisted it around a little bit, which is fine.
No,
That's the way government does things.
I did not twist anything. What I'm telling you is I have had, I won't say names, but I've had people sit down in front of me and say, we want the courts here. And when I try to explain to them that they can't go there and here is why, it doesn't matter. Why can't you do that? Well, you can't. You want to blame it on government, that's fine. But
No, I mean,
you can't
yeah.
just because you're donating something doesn't mean you get your way. It's not how it works.
My point is that government shouldn't be in the parks and rec business. Government should be in
Now we're
the
back to that?
infrastructure. Yeah. Government should be in the infrastructure business.
Let's get back
and-
to Crescent Park. Let's
Yeah,
get back to the
yeah.
beautiness. I mean,
Anyway.
you're so negative, Ed. I don't understand.
I'm negative. All right.
Did I get you riled up today? I
No,
think I got
not
you-
at all.
Are you sweating in that banana hammock you're wearing?
I love wearing this. I love when it rains because I get to wear this rain jacket, and I love these rain jackets. They're very comfortable. Do you have any other updates before we go? It's 12 after 11. These people want to go home.
They do. No, well, obviously you mentioned Crescent Park. That's a couple things. Obviously, What's Up FMB is working with Cars on Fifth to try to bring that.
I hear there's a meeting next week.
There is, and it certainly I think would be an event. Anything that will bring people to the island and support businesses and give things for people to do. I'm in full support of. So I'm hoping that this can happen. Their team is working very hard with all the people that need to be involved to see if it can be safe and if it can be logistically possible. So hopefully I read an article that said that he's going to make a decision here in the next week, the organizer.
Yeah, make a decision for crying out loud.
Well, I think his decision was he would have loved to keep it where it was at, but
They're too
the-
uppity down there.
the
They don't
city of
like all that
Naples-
business.
well, I can't.
We want the business.
Nah, well, I mean, it's a very, and I can tell you, it's very difficult if you have people whose job is to keep people safe and secure have an issue with it. It's very hard for you as a policy maker to go against that. And if our people think that this is, I mean, they're the experts, right? LCSO and Fort Myers Beach Fire, they're the experts in keeping people safe. If they feel that they can do it and they can do it safely, I think that will go a long way in trying to get this event down here. However, if they feel it's not something that they could do safely, then it'll be a different story. So I don't fault Naples for making the decision that they made because their team told them that they couldn't do it safely. But I don't fault the organizer either for saying this is an event that has brought millions and millions of dollars to charity and down into your community, and you want me to cut my legs out from underneath me and deciding he wants to move on. So I see both sides, but we'll see where this lands. I think it could be a great event for the town of Fort Myers
Hell
Beach.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Which anybody that knows the town of Fort Myers Beach are for decades, long before you or I have ever been here, this town has blown up from 3,000 to 5,000 residents to 60,000 residents for months. This is a one-day event.
And I've been itching to get my Lamborghini out of the garage. It's just been sitting there wasting space.
Did you run into it like you did with the baby truck? I mean, did you crash the front end of it?
I
No,
wasn't-
and you know what's cool about, if you haven't been to Cars on Fifth, again, being a car guy, it's an opportunity to see cars that you'll probably never get to see in person. It's cars that are $1-2 million that you can actually walk, and people that go to car shows like that. I've been to hundreds of car shows. People that go to car shows are very respectful. They stay far away. They don't touch. They don't do what they're supposed to do. They just admire it. And I think it gives people a lot of passion to be able to say, God, one day I want to own a Lamborghini, or I want to own, a Bronco that I spent $150,000 on that I'll never get my money out of.
All right.
Anyway,
We'll see.
that's
Next week, maybe some updates next week, right?
maybe we'll
right.
see. There's a meeting they're going to have, and I don't mean to speak for you guys, but I think it's an important meeting to see if we can do this safely, and if we can, it'll come to the council. If he decides he wants to have it here, and we'll make a decision.
All right. Big hand for the mayor of Venezuela, everybody. Dan out. Before we go, we got Valerie wants to come back up. She must have forgotten something. Give me my glasses back, Grandma. You look like a grandma on those things. Come on. Valerie she's something she forgot to mention about the Mullet Fest that she remembered after having 3 drinks, 3 shots of tequila. Come on up, Val. Valerie with the purple hair.
Pink.
Pink hair.
Did you say 3 shots of tequila?
Yes.
Who said that?
I thought you had 3 shots of tequila. That's
I
what
wish
Mike
I
Miller
had 3
said.
shots of tequila.
Yeah.
No,
You're
not
very
yet.
close now.
It's like
You're in my
10 the
space now.
morning.
So
Are you
okay.
on 3 shots of tequila?
No, I don't drink tequila.
What do you drink?
Water.
Diet
Coke.
I call bullshit. Okay, so I'm back up to talk about Trish, our volunteer organizer. She said we need 2 more volunteers for the Mullet Fest. What the volunteers do is you're going to hang out at the businesses, you're going to collect the raffle money, and then just help with whatever games the businesses are going on. So 2 people. You can reach out to us at president@whatsupfmb@gmail.com or secretary@whatsupfmb@gmail.com. At whatsupfmb.com.
All right. Once
Don
again,
knows
they
what's
sent
going
you up
on.
here and they're feeding you the information from the table. So
Yeah.
it's like you're the official non-spokesperson.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like I'm happy with whatever they're saying is right for
Yes,
sure all the time.
That's right. Whatever Dawn says is right. So lots of great ideas coming out.
Yeah.
If you're not a member of What's Up FMB, you can join as a business. You can join as an individual. You can join if you're Terry Prasad. All of those things are welcome. And I believe on July 15th, we opened up the donations for the New Year's Eve fireworks, which I believe are going to be regular fireworks, right? Not drone fireworks or anything like that. They're going to be regular.
There hasn't been a decision
okay.
yet.
All right. We're working on that. It's a ways off, but you can donate to the fireworks by going to What's Up FMB.
Yeah.
You can become a member. The member rates are for a business a year, $30.
It's $200.
$200. That's the same thing.
And then for
$200.
residents, it's $25.
$25 a person. Everybody that can support all these different organizations on the beach, like What's Up FMB, the Chamber of Commerce, the Historical Society, the Community Foundation, the Women's Club. You should all be members of all these clubs. So
Yeah,
you get
and-
all the information about them. They're all great organizations. The Friends of Bay Oaks, all of those organizations are doing great things.
Yeah, and for residents as well. I mean, I know that this show is primarily for residents, and
No, it's not.
we
No,
have
the
a
residents hate
member-
us.
we have that I believe, but
Yes.
we have a
100%
member
true.
perks program that is coming out August 1st.
Yeah.
So if you sign up to be a member, $25 a year, all of our business members, which by the way, we have over 100 businesses here on Fort Myers Beach that are members, are going to be offering special discounts to people who sign up. That again, that $25 flat fee, you get access to a bunch of different discounts and stuff. And that'll go live on August 1st. Also, I want to say we have a veterans coin here at Wahoo Willie's. So if you want to come, if you're a veteran, we appreciate you more than you know. And we have these really awesome coins. I mean, it's the coolest veterans coin I've ever seen. And you can pick it up here at Wahoo Willie's.
Do you guys plan on having kids?
We're gonna adopt.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I
Very
think
nice.
did you ask me last
What
time?
is the best wedding gift that you can ever receive?
A 2011 Audi R8 Spider,
I
10
see.
cylinder.
Okay, very nice. Nice. I wish you would be a little more specific next
Yeah.
time I ask you that question. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Matte
Thank you.
black, silver rims.
Thank you, Valerie. Time for you to go.
Okay.
Thank you very much. She was on the show twice, and she was a great guest each time. Oscar on the Gulf is one of our sponsors, where coastal real estate meets real expertise. From securing prime waterfront land to building resilient, equity-driven homes and listing at max value, Oscar delivers results from start to finish. This streamlined approach maximizes your savings, reduces risk, and strengthens your investment. Folks, that if you're watching, can you just imagine what will happen when there's actually shit going on the beach? It's going to be crazy on Sunday. We'll need 3 hours. It'll be a Joe Rogan podcast. Oscar on the Gulf. 239-406-7711. 239-406-7711. Or you can contact Oscar, OZKR, on thegulf.com. Michael Stewart, my man. Michael Stewart is a structural engineer specializing in residential, commercial, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. If you want to build something rock solid, you want to call Michael Stewart, because your house is not going to fall down. Your structure is never going to break. Everything is going to last forever until you die, people. That's what you want. You want a structure to last until you die. You could die tomorrow, but hopefully you won't. You'll live forever. Call Michael Stewart, because you might want to pass off your structure to your kids and your grandkids and your daughter that has pink hair. Who knows? Michael Stewart, call him right now, because he's sitting in a secure, safe bunker waiting for you to call him. 239-292-7670. 239-292-7670. Or go online. He's really good at social media. mstewartpe.com. That's mstewartpe.com. And Tri-Town Construction. We love Mark. Locally owned and trusted in Southwest Florida, celebrating 20 years. Thank you for saying it was a great show. Thank you, Brub. Brub-Bayal. Brub-Bayal. What is your real name, Brub-Bayal? Tri-Town Construction, specializing in custom homes and remodeling, a full-service contractor from design and planning to construction and project completion. Give Mark a call, because Mark is sitting in a secure location right now waiting for you to call him. 239-895-2058, 239-895-2058. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.